owned by millionaire oilman Jack Urich. There is one report that a family friend identified two of the victims as Urich's wife and his sister-in-law. The plane was on its way from Fullerton Airport to Big Bear Lake. Jack.
Disneyland is warning its striking workers tonight to get back to the job or they'll be replaced tomorrow. The company drove home that point with radio spots airing tonight.
For those of you who wish to return to work, we'll keep your department office phone line staffed all night tonight to enable you to find out your next scheduled shift.
Disneyland! On strike! Disneyland! On strike!
Earlier today, more than 500 strikers rallied in front of the amusement park. The picket showed their defiance by throwing the company's back-to-work notices into trash cans. Disneyland's management says they'll fire those who do not return to work tomorrow. The company claims 250 of the 1,800 strikers have gone back to work.
Well, still a standoff there, but the 98th Congress is now one step closer to adjournment after passing a compromise spending bill. The House approved that measure by a vote of 252 to 60, and the Senate is expected to give its okay tomorrow. Passage of that bill, of course, will mean that the federal workers can count on paychecks for the fiscal year.
In Washington, they're beginning to call it Makeup Gate, an issue stemming from President Reagan's age and his performance during the debate. The White House physician today released the results of the president's physical last spring, showing he is in very good physical health. Mr. Reagan himself said he felt just fine on Sunday.
I wasn't tired, and with regard to the age issue and everything, if I had as much makeup on as he did, I'd look younger, too.
You didn't have any makeup on?
No, I never did wear it. I didn't wear it when I was in pictures.
I was not aware that makeup retarded the alacrity with which your words came to your mouth.
When asked whether the president wore makeup during his movie-making days, the chief makeup artist at Warner Brothers said today, "I won't say yes, and I won't say no." Several major surveys, including the latest CBS News New York Times poll, show that people feel Walter Mondale definitely won the debate, and nearly half those surveyed believe the president isn't as sharp as he was a year ago. Mondale, for one, says that's not just because of a makeup job.
That's the same answer Nixon gave, and he made it to Kennedy. Mr. President, the problem isn't makeup on the face, it's the makeup on those answers that gave you a problem.
New poll shows Walter Mondale gaining 6 points on the president since the debate, but still trailing by about 20 points. The Democrats are saying tonight that if Geraldine Ferraro wins tomorrow night's debate against George Bush, then the Reagan-Bush team will be seen as losers. The Vice President and his Democratic challenger are cramming tonight for the first and only debate for them. You can see it live here tomorrow night at 6.
As we all know, there can only be one winner, and Game 2 of the World Series tonight, there was a winner, and that game proves two things. One, that it won't be as hard as a lot of people thought to hold the Tigers, and two, that you just can't keep a good Padre down forever. To explain, here's Jim Hill.
Well, Sandy, I don't know if you folks at home thought that the 1984 World Series would be a runaway with the Tigers getting the best of it. It may be time to guess again, because as the Cubs learned in the National League Pennant Series, you never can count out those San Diego Padres. With the Tigers up 3-2 in the 5th inning, San Diego turns the game around with just one swing. Kurt Bavacqua drills Dan Petrie's breaking pitch into the seats in left field. It's a 3-run blast. The Padres even up the World Series at 1 victory apiece, and we'll be back with all the highlights and post-game interviews a little bit later on our broadcast tonight, Sandy.
Okay, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. We have much more news still ahead tonight. Some young local baseball champions may be denied a place to play. A popular acne treatment is suspected of causing birth defects. And Gary Franklin puts his money on Farlap, a true story about a legendary racehorse.
You know what's nice about a Club Med village? If you want to go water skiing or windsurfing, it's right back there. Tennis and volleyball, over there. The shows and disco, right over there. Everything's right here in the village. The last thing you want to do on vacation is move around a lot.
It has a 6-cylinder engine borrowed from the BMW 528e, a computerized engine management system from the BMW 733i, and a suspension derived from the BMW 633 CSI. Presenting the only car morally entitled to borrow these innovations from BMW, the BMW 325e.
Contact your local area BMW dealer for a thorough test drive.
What do you mean our company's not
on vacation? Forget about business for a while. Nationwide Business Insurance, with its flexibility, convenient payment plans, and good service, can help protect you from a lot of insurance problems that can spoil vacations. Whether your business is big or small, Nationwide doesn't miss much. So when you're on vacation, you won't either.
What was so important?
Nationwide is on your side.
Several hundred Northridge parents and children rallied around their Little League tonight. They wanted reassurances about the fate of their baseball diamond. This playing field is on 13 acres of an 80-acre parcel owned by the Los Angeles Community College system. The acreage is now up for sale by the Community College District, and the Northridge community was fearful a new developer might pave over the baseball lines and put up condos, but their councilman says that won't happen.
I can't see any circumstances under which the land would be developed without the donation of that property.
Well, I think we should keep the league because of lots of kids join up and everything. And just think they should give it to us.
Yep.
About 3,500 boys and girls belong to the Northridge Little League.
We can look forward to another first in space tomorrow, the first spacewalk by an American woman. Tomorrow, astronauts Catherine Sullivan and David Leitsma are going to take control outside of the shuttle, and it comes as a relief from all the crowded conditions and the high temperatures of earlier this week.
I tried to get my 10 feet in here, Dave, but there just wasn't room.
NASA had considered delaying the spacewalk because of Hurricane Josephina, but they have decided to go ahead with it. And NASA will be watching to see if the weather is going to subside and be gentle enough so that the shuttle can make its scheduled landing in Florida this Saturday. Mac is going to tell us a little more about that hurricane as well as our own local weather here.
We've got, first of all, on the West Coast, first big major winter storm of the season, and people up north are watching that situation very carefully. Here's our satellite earlier today, late this evening, and here's our latest satellite picture. The frontal system does move into northern California, bringing rain. The snow level will be dropping up in the Shasta-Siskiyou mountain areas, and even as far south as the Lake Tahoe area. We expect the snow level to drop to about 6,000 feet tomorrow. They may get some dusting as far south as Lake Tahoe. The shower activity will likely stop near the Fresno-Madera area, so we don't expect any shower activity here. Nonetheless, because of the thick cloud cover over us, we may get some drizzle in the early morning hours, so keep that in mind if you're going out early. Radar picking up some pretty heavy thunder showers in the Sacramento Valley, so it is the first big storm of the season. We watch it carefully. Around the rest of the nation, well, let's see what Josephine is doing. It looks like Josephine is less of a threat tonight to Florida. It has moved very slowly to the north for the last 6 hours, and as a result, it is moving away. Hurricane warnings have been discontinued for the Bahama Islands. It is still at 85 miles an hour, still a treacherous storm. Nonetheless, it appears to be moving away from the Florida coastline, and as a result, it looks like they'll have a chance to land it there over the weekend. Showers for the western states, breezy for the deserts, and showers in the central part of the nation.